Priti, welcome to the Member Spotlight. I'm glad to have you here today. I want to start by asking you to tell me the story about how you came to explore Agile marketing. What triggered your interest, and why do you think Agile marketing is important?
Sure. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for having me here. If I start off, right, my Agile journey or Agile expedition, as I like to call it, it started back in 2009. So since 2009, as part of different roles like project manager, program manager, delivery manager, enterprise Agile coach, consultant, I have been involved in various aspects of observing agility up close. Mainly, primarily in earlier years, it has been more so on the IT side of it, like helping teams deliver solutions and software.
Right.
But maybe one of the turning point came in around 2015-16. And 2017 is around when TCS undertook this vision of becoming enterprise agile by 2020. So what it means that we wanted to be preferred partner for our customers in their agile transformation journey. And internally, looking at TCS, such a huge organization, we also wanted to very aggressively take up that how do we transform ourselves into the enterprise agile organization by ourselves. And that led me that gave me a lot of exposure. So I was leading enterprise agility for one of the big business groups within TCS, core member interacting with the team who was making sure that we realize that enterprise agile by 2020 vision. And that kind of expanded my experience exposure with agility outside IT. So be it HR, be it finance department, be it admin. And I have come to believe, in fact, I have always been a very strong believer is agile is all about mindset and culture. And I feel
Right.
In business agility, when any organization really wants to succeed, uh, all the departments really have to come together. I mean, there is no siloed ways of working. While every
Right.
department may have their pockets of excellence, how do we bring in all these departments together? And that got me interested. How about marketing? I mean, the department which is multidisciplinary, which is expected to be agile in its own sense, right? Always
Right.
responsive to customer demands. How do we bring in agility by design?
Right.
So that kind of triggered my interest. Marketing has been there, and I think now how agile can help to become more responsive, data and insights driven. I think that's the interest
Right.
area that I'm exploring.
Well, how specifically has Agile helped the marketing teams that you've worked with to improve their workflow? I mean, marketing is often about, we need to get things out the door. Can you describe any of the techniques you use or any measurements that you do or anything like that?
Sure, absolutely. I'll try and give examples, one from the overall business agility side, and I will try and speak more from the agile in marketing side of it.
Okay.
When we look at workflow, right, ultimately the objective of workflow, or for that matter, any organization is to deliver value, be it, combining people, process, tools, technology, and so many things. And in fact, I really like that agile manifesto values and principles, which says that simplicity, the amount of work not done, is essential. So I think
Right.
when we look at workflow, it is very important to look at what is the work that we have been doing, the marketing department or IT department, for that matter, any department are doing, which can be reduced, which can be relooked at, eliminating the waste and things like that.
Right.
The way I mean, on the IT side of it, business agility side of it, I have seen heavy use of value stream mapping, which kind of helps to eliminate the waste, look at process end to end, begin with an end in mind,
Right.
and then eliminate the waste, ensure that there is cross collaboration happening, cross functional teams are working together, and that's what I think it is equally applicable to marketing teams as well. Another angle could be good usage of tools and technology. For example, Agile could be one example, which is TCS's own tool, which provides end-to-end visibility and transparency that could help improve the workflow. Another example could be Adobe Workfront. Again, tools are secondary,
Right.
but the way I'm saying that people, process, tools, technology, everything has to be looked at. How do we integrate together? That would be the key.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, that Agile is in many ways about what you don't do. Eliminating the waste, right? Eliminating the stuff that doesn't add value. That's a
Absolutely.
core focus. Tell me about a time when you or a team that you coached, I'll say, failed, in quotes, right? And what I mean by that is something didn't work. Okay. How did you overcome that issue?
Yeah. So, in fact, if I have to tell a time, there are times when the teams so-called failed or they were about to fail, right? And one of the things which I often observe, which is often mistaken, is agile means always changing, always on things. Wherein I'm a strong believer. Again, one of the other a principle which talks about sustainable pace indefinitely.
Right.
More often than not, I often see teams thinking that, okay, picking up any ad hoc requirements in middle of the already planned, just enough planned work is acceptable. Wherein I feel, and what I had to help teams realize that while agile is of course responding to customer changes, but that also comes with a little bit of discipline, right?
Right.
Maybe how do we shift focus to being proactive by design rather than being always reactive, always being on toes?
Right.
So that's my take on this about team's failure. Couple of things that really helped is always focus on outcomes, not activities. Like when you give autonomy, mastery, purpose. I really love that Daniel Pink's thought process, right?
Right.
It's a new way of working, and team really has to understand about how do they take accountability of execution, how do they take responsibility of their own outcomes. Another aspect could be continual improvement, wherein team should or rather leader should enable that environment, that bandwidth, wherein they continuously reflect retrospective, maybe some hackathons, some innovations, right?
Right.
How do they really look at the process and improve? Another example, another suggestion that I generally use is think about built-in quality, right?
Right.
Look at, are we really delivering the business value that is needed? What is my definition of ready? What is definition of done? So rather than taking up ad hoc work when it's not even ready to be picked up, can we really look at refining it a little more? Who are the customers we are developing this for? What is the purpose, right? So understanding that larger picture would really help. I wouldn't say teams would stop failing, but they will very clearly, very fast way, they will learn efficiently from their mistakes.
Yeah, that's such an important concept of fast fail. Well, Preeti, thanks so much for being with us today on the Member Spotlight.